Hello, welcome once again to Living and Active. Welcome to my recurring playlist, Strummin Gummin. This is actually going to be a genuine episode of Strummin Gummin, because as you can see, I have a guitar. This is obviously a very small guitar. This is a 3/4 size. It's currently kind of sort of maybe tuned to open G. I'm going to fix that here in a little bit, tune it back to standard tuning. I'd like to remind everyone watching this video and every other video on my channel that this channel is not sponsored by anyone or anything ever for any reason. I'm just showing you what I use, what I like, what works, what does not. So this is a Fender. I've shown this before in a couple of the Strummin Gummin videos. The Fender FA15 acoustic, specifically designed to have nylon strings. I will confess I have not touched this guitar or any guitars since the last time I tried to do one of these, and this is the first time I've actually tried doing anything with this guitar, any guitar, since my left hand fully healed from the almost frostbite a couple months ago. If you saw the other videos, or maybe if you didn't, I'd actually gotten my almost frostbite to the extreme that I thought it was real frostbite, and I thought I was going to be losing a couple fingers on my left hand side. So I literally bought this guitar specifically because I might lose a couple of these fingers, and I figured if I did, they would get out of the way of my fingers that I didn't lose, and I might be able to play a little bit better than I can with trying to work with fingers that don't always do what I tell them. Obviously, that's not what happened. And then it was forever until they actually healed. From the cold weather injury. And I haven't done anything with it since. I literally bought it. I figured out I wasn't going to have the kind of thing happen that I bought it for. And so I've literally been toying with whether or not I'm going to even keep it. This, by the way, also, that was loud. By the way, in order to play this thing, I've taken the right side guardrail, I call them guardrails, armrest off of my wheelchair. So if you start to see me sliding to the right, that's my natural tendency. And I don't have anything to stop me. So let's see how interesting this video gets. But I have a John Pierce pickup. It's supposed to be stick on, but I put it on all kinds of instruments, so I never actually stick it onto anything. Just set that in the sound hole. Not sponsored, not sponsored, not sponsored. This is a Chord CA2 digital tuner, hopefully with a good battery still. I'll just set that over there, and I'll pick up my not sponsored black mountain thumb pick that has a nice little hinge. It's very adaptive. It's very nice for fingers that don't always do what you tell them. I don't have to maintain a pinch or a hold on it or whatever. It just basically latches onto my thumb. Okay, so you get the joy, the unmitigated joy of watching me tune a guitar. This is not, by the way, open G. This is what I had it set at last, but I haven't tuned it in a while, and I can hear this is not in tune. So here we go. Well, that one's good. Fine. Make me a liar. I don't care. Wait a minute. What? I can't see what this thing is doing. I can't see it. There we go. That might be better. In case you can't tell, I'm very much not used to tuning nylon strings on a guitar. I don't know if these new synthetic strings on the new wood body are going to mess with me as I go through, so hopefully this doesn't take too long. You get close a little bit, and then you got to hit it, let it ring out, and then let it stop all the way. Get your final tune, and then no, not quite all the way. If you get bored in this video, just kind of search in the little time bar that you have, your little red progress bar, and keep your eye on the viewfinder that they give you till you see something that looks interesting. I don't know how you can tell the difference, but the next few shouldn't be that far off because I had to adjust this bottom string a full step. The next two should be pretty close to the way they're tuned for open G. They're not. Sorry, open D. The next one I really need to put some torque to is probably going to be the next string. It's supposed to be sitting at F sharp right now, and I don't have to bring that up half a step to a G. And then it'll be just a matter of getting the top two strings in tune to where they're supposed to be. Oh, this one's way out. It wasn't even an F sharp, it was a sharp F. So when I first learned how to tune guitars, I learned standard tuning as Eddie ate dynamite, goodbye Eddie. I know that's horrible. It's not very conducive to a friendly. Oh wow, that's almost dead on still. It's even a little short. No, it's not. Because this is supposed to be up a step. I forgot how to tune things. And I just said it too. Sitting at an A. And I need it to be a B. So yeah, there are other mnemonics out there, but I can't remember any of them. I don't need them anymore, but it would still be nice to come up with a different mnemonic for standard tuning than the one I currently have. So to add a little content to this, this year so far has been a whirlwind. Just about wherever you look. It's hard to know what to do. Stay busy, stay at it, to not be found slacking, or to be resting up. Sort of quietly checking things, making sure you're ready for whatever is about to hit, but resting up, preserving your strength. No huge expenditures, no huge investments, no big time dumps. This is way, way out. And so when I get to the point, as I often do, in case you haven't been paying attention to this channel, as I often do, I don't know what to do. I stop worrying about all of my productive things that I have going on, the crafts, the tinkering with the old technologies, the whatever. Even the living and active stuff, like the live stuff and all of the other community outreach effort stuff. And I sincerely look for things that are literally just in my living space because they are my hobbies. They're the things I enjoy. They don't serve any purpose to help me be productive in service to anyone else. They're not performative in any measure. They're just here because I enjoy them. Should have known. My bottom E came out way, way, way flat. By the time I got to the other side. I maybe should have done this before I started recording, but I really didn't think it was going to take this long. But I have seen that I am now sitting upwards of 30 subscribers. This is the most viewers I've ever had. So I'm rewarding you with an incredibly boring guitar tuning video while I do this to try to help relax. It is currently 3:40 a.m. How far did I turn it? Maybe when I first looked at it, it wasn't as far sharp as I thought. Okay. That's only a little bit off. Spend a couple pennies. Not worried about it. Come back here for again. This would be a really bad time to break my E string. My high E. Not worried about breaking my low E string. I've never done that, but I have broken a few high E strings. Especially new strings. On unfamiliar guitars. But as previously stated, I'm not really all that familiar with nylon. I almost said vinyl. You guys want some vinyl strings for your guitar? I'm not sure that would work very well. It's just jumping all over the place. I think the reading is skewed because the positioning of the pickup hanging the way it is right underneath that string and up against the side of the guitar. So after all of that, let's see if I can remember my old. This really is short. Let's see. Try that again. I am not having a good time without my armrest. This thing might be small enough I can get away with this. I don't know. Now if I can't find my stupid. There we go. Let's try this. I've never held a guitar in my life. This is really small, but this is kind of harder. The smaller is actually making it harder to manage than I thought it would. See if I pluck it like a banjo, maybe that'll work better. Why can't I make this work? Ah. The very specific thing I'm working on is a little tune that I'd come up with. This is just not going to work. Anyway, the tune that I'm trying to resurrect is a little something I came up with on the fly called Rahab's Lament from a couple years ago. It would help if I'd have done some spacing. But it's called Rahab's Lament. Just too many new things. It's nylon strings, it's a different neck space, neck width, just shorter scale. Lazy, stupid hands that haven't been asked to do this for a very long time. For backstory, in case you don't know, I used to have a lot of guitars. Over about the last year and a half, I've been offloading many of the guitars and other instruments that I picked up, trying to figure out which ones I could play, which ones I can't. And this is the only guitar-shaped thing that I have left. And like I said, I bought it after I almost got frostbite, and I thought I was going to be losing a couple fingers. So now you understand the depth to which I have gone. Rhythm. Okay, this isn't going to go well. I'm going to end the video now, not make you watch the rest of this garbage, but I'm going to keep doing this because I miss doing this. My hands are already killing me. This is not going to go well. I don't care. I just want to do it because I'm here. The guitar is here. I've got it out, and whatever. So yeah, this is Strummin Gummin. Didn't get a whole lot of strumming or effective gumming in, but sometimes the process looks like this. especially if you're dealing with disease or disability or whatever, and you have a dream that you are absolutely, let's face it, dead set, not willing to get rid of, you do what you got to do. I may actually end up trading this up to a bigger guitar, at least a parlor size guitar. I didn't realize that there was such a big difference between a 3/4 size and a single aught guitar, but there is. But this is still a nice guitar. Anyway, I'm going to go back to playing this. I'm going to let you go back to what you're doing, and I'm going to stop wasting your time. Hebrews 11:6. Without faith, it is impossible to please God, because those who come to God must believe that He is, that He's a rewarder of those who seek Him. And if seeking Him means finding things to help you find peace enough, to center you enough, stabilize you enough, whatever, to actually. Oh yeah, the story about the song. It was a song that I came up with a what was it called? It was an Ibanez PN1 parlor guitar, acoustic 6-string, and it was the first serious effort I got at a guitar that was sized right for me to play or whatever, and it happened to coincide with a very bad winter a couple years ago. Not bad weather-wise, but bad health-wise, and I stayed pretty much all of the winter in bed with that guitar. Its name was Rachel from Musical Peanut, and I would just lay there, literally just like on my back, propped up with a bunch of pillows or whatever, with the guitar, however I could set it, and I would just work on this. I almost got it. See? If I just stop trying and I settle down and do it, then things go well, I guess, whatever. But anyway, that's what I worked on, and I did it for hours and hours and hours and hours, upon days, upon days, upon weeks, and that's how I got through that winter. Just doing it slow, picking it out in extremely slow motion, and letting that be what grounded me enough to pray through the pain and everything else that I was feeling. So it's not a song that has any words or whatever, but I would like to retain at least the ability to find a guitar that I can do that again. So I can at least play that. If that's the only thing I'm ever able to play on a guitar, I want to at least retain that. So I already said I was going away. I'm going to go away. You can go away, but I hope if you do go away, you come back, check out my other stuff, whatever. Yeah, this isn't nothing deep is happening here. This is just me trying to relax or whatever and get through another very long overnight of not being able to sleep. So until next time, if there is next time, and there might not be, God be with you. Come on. Oh, just turn the thing off already.